So welcome to everyone that's here, our gorgeous, gorgeous ladies, and happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, so we're going to do some warm-ups, some breathing exercises, and some flowing movements, opening the heart a little bit as well. So I think let's just start with hands on the heart, actually. Let's come into our heart. So press the knuckles of your thumbs into your heart center and just take a few deep breaths here. Perhaps imagining the breath coming up the belly, expanding into the lower abdomen, into the ribs, and then into the heart on the in-breath. And then on the exhale, just let everything relax. Perhaps make the ha sound, H-A, in a whisper. It just helps us to sort of center and release any heaviness that's in the heart. And then just pause at the end of the inhale and pause at the end of the exhale. Just find your rhythm. So breathing in when it feels right and breathing out when it feels right. Just allowing yourself to come into that stillness, that space between the breath. And just notice how you're feeling right now. Just take a mental image, just scan yourself from your head down to your toes. Just check in with how your body's doing. Is it trying to communicate anything to you? Any areas of tension or pain, or how are you emotionally? How are your thoughts? Perhaps how's your spiritual connection? And just set yourself an intention, perhaps for the session or for the day. How would you like to feel? What would you like to bring into your being, your field? And then when you're ready, just relax your hands, gently open your eyes, step your feet wider than your shoulders, a nice wide stance, let your knees be soft, and then we're just going to turn from the hips and the waist, but keep your mind in your belly. So we're just going to really connect with our belly. And just turning from the hips and from the waist, just allowing your spine to be supported below by the earth, but then also to allow it to be more flexible. This enlivens the spine, this action, this exercise. Keep your knees nice and soft. Keep your breathing deep and soft and gentle and continuous. And just let your neck and shoulders be relaxed as well. So you're just gently, just turning from side to side. And we're energizing our lower dantian, the belly and the lower back area where the kidneys are. And then just bringing the front hand just underneath the collarbone into that little pocket that's just at the edge of the sort of chest wall, just where the shoulder sort of meets it. A little hollow, and it's the start of the lung meridian. So breathing deeply into this area as well can help with breathing a bit more deeply. The kidneys and the lungs work together. So the kidneys grasp the chi, allowing us to take in a deeper breath. If we're a little bit off center or anxious, our breathing tends to be higher up in the body, shallow breathing. So we're just stimulating the top and the bottom here to allow us to take a deep breath in. And then just slowing it down, slowing it down. And let's just do a little bit of knocking over our heart, just to deep breath in and just letting go of any tension. And then coming under the collarbone and then clapping down the palm side of your arm. This is the yin aspect, the the more interior part of the body, and then over the back of the hand, up the yang aspect, right up into your neck and shoulder area. And let's just go up and down 3 times just to wake up, wake up the body, wake up the arms, and bringing a bit of self-love to your arms, being grateful for all that they do for you. Being grateful for your upper arm, your biceps, lifting, carrying, your forearms, your hands, and everything that your hands do for you. Coming up your forearms, your elbows, just being really grateful. And even if there's areas that are a bit sore, still finding gratitude for something and giving a little bit of love to any areas that are a bit tender today, maybe, or a bit tight. And then coming down into the belly, knocking over the belly, and we'll just spiral around the belly. So coming up to the solar plexus and then making a circle. So you're going out to the left, coming down, and then round. So we're kind of going round in a, well, let's just say we're going up the right side and down the left side, because I can't think which way that is. And then just make that circle get a little bit bigger. So we're covering the whole of the abdominal area. It's good to do this maybe just before eating, lightly if you've just had your breakfast. We'll wait about half an hour. And then to come to the kidneys at the back. So knocking over the kidneys, you can either use that little whirl of the fist, that little cinnamon whirl to knock. You can use the backs of your hands if that's easier. Or you can even use your palm, but just find whatever works best for you. And then just starting at the low back and then coming down over the sacrum bone, right down to your tailbone, and then come out a little bit and go up, across up the buttocks, coming a bit wider, and then back up the lower back and just covering the whole of your lumbar and buttock area. And then clapping to palms down the backs of your legs, all the way down, bend your knees if you need to, saying hello to your feet, your calves, your knees, your hips, knocking here, quite nice, just a little bit of a bounce and a knock. And then going back down from the low back, down the backs of our legs, backs of the calves. Again, just bringing a bit of gratitude and communication to the whole body, and then down the outside of your legs, up the inside, back into the hips, a little bit of a knock. Lovely. And we're going to go into an exercise called Tiger Clears the Way. And I think we did this last week, actually. It warms up the lower back as well and strengthens the legs. So you've got your claws, your tiger claws, feet shoulder width apart. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, you bend your knees as you come down. Straighten the legs as the arms go behind. Bend the knees and bring the hands back up the midline. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So just find your rhythm, just bounce, just bend your knees as much as is comfy for you. Claws come up. You can make the heart sound or whatever sound your body needs. So you can let go through the mouth, let go of any tension. And if you're doing this on your own and you want a bit of a workout, you can spend quite a few minutes doing this one to really warm you up. Get the circulation going, the chi and the blood circulating around the body. Just a few more. And then arms up and out and round. And then bring the backs of your hands together in a backward sort of prayer position. Inhale up the midline, up as high as you can. Turn the hands around, stretch up, and then come back down. Bend in the knees, backs of hands come together. Inhale, really stretch the fingers, opening out the shoulders. Backs of hands together. Inhale up the midline. Then palms go behind you and then they turn as you come back round. It's quite a natural movement. Inhale, really stretching out. Lovely, one more. Just bring your hands down halfway, palms up. We'll do double arm spirals to loosen up all the joints of the body and the front back part of the sort of the lumbar sacral junction. So with this one, the hips are going forwards and backwards. Keep the knees soft. The arms come into the side. Imagine that you've got 2 cups of tea balanced on your hands. So it's either called teacups, double arm teacups, or double arm spirals. Bring your hands in front of you. Now you've kind of got a tray of drinks. Turn, spiral the arms behind you, hips go back. Take your arms out to the side. Then arms come in front, but you keep your forearms spiraled around, and then keep the teacups up towards the sky as the hips go forward. So we'll just do this the best you can, because it's a bit of a mind bend as well when you first start doing this one. But what I might do is go behind. I'll turn around. If you keep doing it, if you know what you're doing, and I'll just turn around so you can see from the back. So you breathe in, spiral, hips go back, arms to the side, hips go forward, arms come in front, and then back again. Inhale forward, hips go forward, hips go back, exhale as the arms go back. Oh. Just do that a couple more times. And then back to the, well done. I hope you didn't spill your cups of tea or anything. It's a little bit of a shake out, so just bouncing into the knees, bouncing into the elbows. So the two pumps in the arms, a pump on the left, a pump on the right, pumps in both legs, getting everything going. And then the last pump is the sacrum and cranium, so the craniosacral pump. So imagine that your tailbone's going down towards the earth and the back of your neck's going up towards the sky, and you're bouncing into the earth, up towards the sky, and just releasing anything that no longer serves you. I think we'll go through the healing sounds today. So let's just let go of any tension, any negative emotions in the lungs, sadness, grief, and the sound is sir. Let's just do two for each organ. So just deep breath in, and then making the sir sound. But just really imagine that you're shaking into the organs. The next organ, we go from the metal element to the water, the kidneys, and the sound is choo, like blowing out a candle. So inhale. Maybe even imagine that you're letting go of smoke, we're letting go of fear and anxiety in the kidneys and insecurity. Keep shaking and bring your awareness now to the liver. The colour is green. It's frustration, anger, and the sound is sh. Imagine maybe a dark green smoke coming off the liver. And then we're going from the wood element of the liver to the heart, the fire element. The sound is ha, letting go of anxiety, busyness, impatience. Tick, tick, tick for me. The sound is ha. So just letting go of that emotion in the heart. And then we move from the fire element to the earth element on the left side of the body, the spleen and pancreas. The sound is haw, but whispered. Inhaling. Letting go of overwhelm, overthinking, and worrying. And then just shake into any areas that might need it. maybe your forearms, your buttocks, your ankles. The last sound is he, and this is for the triple warmer that connects the three burning spaces in the torso, regulates everything, connects everything, and the sound is he. Slowing it down, slowing it down. Just close your eyes, just notice how you're feeling, how your energy body is feeling now. What I'd like to do is just go through two exercises that are paired together to help to increase energy in the body. The turtle and the water buffalo, and they've each got a separate way of breathing. So we'll just do the breathing first and then we'll do the exercise. We'll just do one of each. So the first one is kidney breathing. If you just put your hands on your low back, as you breathe in, expand into your kidneys and just slightly tuck the tailbone under. Feel the kidneys expanding into your hands. And then as you exhale, you just arch your back slightly. There's still an expansion at the front of the body, which we'll do in a second. So just breathing in and out. Then if you put one hand on your belly, one hand say on your left kidney, inhale into the belly and into the kidney, still tuck your tailbone under. And then swap into the right kidney and the belly. Just feel the expansion front and back. While that breathing is fresh in your mind, we'll go into the turtle. So feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes turned out ever so slightly, and you can come forward. If you've done it before, we'll go into the next point, but if you haven't done it before and you just want to try it, hands come onto the lower legs, and then elbows go onto the lower legs. Keep your back straight in this position and tuck your chin in, and do the kidney breathing from this position. So you might just be comfortable doing that today. If you've done it before, or you're on your second round, place the arms, on the inside of your knees. Push the legs out with the arms and push the arms in with the legs without moving anything. So let's just do around whichever position you're most comfortable in, or you can do it like that if it's not good for you today. Keep the back straight, tuck the chin in slightly, and then breathe into the kidneys and into the lower belly. We'll just do maybe 6 breaths here. This really helps to strengthen the legs as well. You might feel heat generating in the legs. And when you're ready to come up, place your hands on the lower legs, on the lower thighs, roll up really slowly. You can get a little bit dizzy with this one, and just allow yourself to stand. Feel the expansion in your body, and then inhale, bringing the arms up and then bringing the arms down. And we just do this really gentle relaxation, just to, as a real contrast to the hard work of the exercise. And then we start to bring the energy that's expanded into the meridians back down to the center. And the reason that you might get a bit lightheaded is that this exercise improves the efficiency of the energy exchange, the air exchange. So it improves the efficiency of taking in the oxygen and releasing the carbon dioxide. I've been doing it this week and I was really dizzy to start with, and now actually it's feeling okay. So you can soon alter your sort of system. And then the final part of the exercise is we're going to swirl the energy that we've created into the lower dantian. Both thumbs connect, backs of hands come together, so you sort of make a little triangle. Thumbs are opposite the navel, and then your fingers are below the navel. And then just imagine that you're spiraling with your hands, and using your mind, imagine that you're spiraling the energy into the lower dantian, into this lower energy field, elixir field. And it's the source of our power, our energy, gives us our strength in the sort of, in the body. So we're just energizing this area. Now you might sense and feel warmth, or maybe just expansion in that lower abdominal area, or maybe just strength, or more of an awareness. Or it might be that you might even see colors. So for some people, and the ancient Taoists could actually see the colors of these dantian, and the color's white. So you could imagine that you're drawing in white light into the belly, charging up the lower dantian. And then just relaxing, and then just have your hands by your side again. Just notice how you're feeling. And then we're going to go into the water buffalo, which is a bit more of a yang exercise. For this, we do fire breathing. So if you place your hands over your belly, and we act like a bit of a bellows. So you take a really deep breath in, feel the hands expand, then you actively draw the belly in as far as you can towards the spine. So it's a brief breath in, and then we'll just go through to practice this breathing technique. Hands stay in contact with the belly, relaxing. Then we'll go into the water buffalo. We start with the same positioning as the turtle. So feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes turn out slightly. This time though, the spine's on a 45-degree angle. Instead of being flat like that, it's more upright, and our eyes are looking forwards. And then we sort of dip down into the hips, bringing the bottom down. So for this one, just go as low as is comfy. If it feels too low to let go, you can just put your hands on your lower legs like before. So just breathing in, and let's just do a round of, let's see how we get on, bellow breathing, okay? So slowly come up, hands on the lower legs, roll up the spine slowly. Again, just be aware you might be a little bit dizzy. Bring your feet in slightly, expand, feel the expansion in the meridians, in the channels, bringing the energy up, and then back down again. So it's quite nice. You do a hard exercise, and then it follows with a much more relaxed yin activity. So we're sort of stretching the polarities of yin and yang in the body. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, float the hands down. So all that energy that you've generated in the legs, in the body, we're just bringing it back to center. And like before, touch the thumbs together, have the hands over one another, and then just spiraling the energy into the lower dantian. And in a moment, we're going to go into our flowing exercises now that we've generated quite a lot of chi, hopefully. If you're feeling warmer, it's because you've been generating chi, which has got the blood to the areas. You're feeling warmth. Your life force energy is enhanced. And they say that those that are alive, we've got life in our life force energy. We're warm. When you die, you become cold. So we're just really activating our life force energy. Just relax your hands, and we're going to go into opening the flow to the 6 directions. So breathing in, float the hands up. Exhale, sink the chest. Push the hands forward. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, pulling out any negative energy from the heart. Breathing in and pushing the hands in and out. Just feel that you're stood in this sea of chi, this field of chi all around you, pulling the energy in from the left and the right all around you, pulling it in, and now pulling it in through the palms, bringing that energy in, and then energizing up the center of the brain, the upper dantian. Breathe into the center of your brain, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus. Bring the hands down to the heart center, like a diamond shape here. Breathe into your heart, opening up the doorways for love and joy and compassion here. And then turning the hands over, so like a downward triangle just below the belly, breathing into the lower belly, breathing in power, energy, stability into the lower dantian. And then the hips glide back, the hands come forward. Inhale up, exhale, sink the chest, push the hands forward. Feel the universe in front of you. Inhale, bring love, joy, compassion into the heart. Take out other people's energy, negative emotions, expand your awareness into the bigger field so you can feel that you're stood in the universe. The universe is all around you, drawing that universal energy from the sun, the stars, that full moon from last night into the hands, bringing it into the upper dantian, breathing in here. Violet light, a sphere of violet light. Bringing the hands down to the golden sphere of light at the heart center. And then down to the lower belly, the white sphere of light in the lower abdomen. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, sink the chest, push forward. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale. We'll just glide down this time, so connect with the upper dantian, the heart, and the lower dantian. Inhale, floating up. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. And just bringing the hands down the center. We'll just do it once more with sound this time. This is just to increase the vibration of the dantian. The Taoists sat for hours and hours and they actually started to hear sounds in the organs, which is where the healing sounds come from, sounds in these inner energy spheres. So the sound for the upper dantian is Om. So if you feel comfy, you're just taking a deep breath in and making the Om sound. Om. Gliding the hands down to the heart center. It's the Ha sound. Golden sphere of light here. And then bringing the hands down to the lower dantian. The sound is Hong, H-U-A-N-G, white sphere of light, charging it up. Hong. Do it once more, but this time we'll use just one breath to come down the center. Inhale, draw the energy into the upper dantian. So deep breath, and we'll do Om Ha Hong. Om. 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 Lovely. And then we're just going to go into cloudy hands. If you have one hand in front of your heart, say your right hand, and then the other hand at the navel, the left hand. Shift the weight to your right side, and then turn from the hips and the waist. Swap the hands, shift the weight, turn from the hips and the waist. So this, we'll just get the movement first. It can be a little bit tricky when you first start to do it, but then you get the flow. So the feet remain rooted, and the turning, there's a shift of weight from left to right. And then when you get to the end of the movement, the hands swap. So you're always following the upper hand. That's the direction which you travel at. And this is a really good exercise for the heart. So I thought, seeing as though it's Valentine's Day, we will do a heart flow. So the bottom hand, so say the top hand is like a cloud, and the lower hand, you might imagine that it's just floating through a lake, through a body of water. And it's just reflecting the clouds, reflecting our emotions, reminding us that emotions are just vibration. They come and go like the clouds. They don't define us. It's not who we are. It's just an emotion that is passing through us. Emotion, energy in motion. Oh, that's just my alarm, just to remind me where we're at with the time. So just inhale in one direction, exhale in the other direction. And, just keeping your emotions light, keeping lightness in the heart, breathing in one way, breathing out the other, or just finding a rhythm that suits your breath. We'll do one more each direction, keeping the arms soft and loose, keeping your breathing deep and soft and calm and continuous. And then bringing your hands down to the lower dantian, just feeling a little bit of energy between the palms, inhaling, exhaling, feeling an expansion between the hands. We're just going to pebble in the pond, so just feeling that ball of energy, ball of chi. And then we're going to send out ripples of positive energy, seeing as though it's Valentine's Day, love, whatever you'd like to send out into the world. Wherever you're going today, let it go out like a ripples on a pond, and then bringing the energy back in. So inhale the energy into the belly, exhale, send the energy out. With this exercise, the legs are bending and straightening. So they straighten as the hands come into the body, and they bend as we send the energy out. Keep the breathing deep and soft into the lower belly, sending out ripples of love, joy, abundance, compassion. And it's as though you're stood in a pond, beautiful, calm pond, golden sunlight on the water. You're like the pebble and you're sending out these beautiful ripples of energy. Inhaling as you come in, exhaling as you go out. Lovely. Back to center. And then we'll just finish by pulling down the heavens. So inhaling, hands up to the sky, exhaling, just bringing all that energy back down to the center. Inhale, arms up, exhale. And then bringing your feet together, hands over the lower belly, one hand over the other. And it might be nice if you feel cool to do this, to make an Om sound, A-U-M, 3 times. And it's just to kind of open up our fields and just stand in our field, stand in our light. So breathing in. Bring your hands back into prayer position. Check in with yourself again. How are you feeling? What's that intention that you set at the beginning? Have you had any guidance, perhaps wisdom from your body, your spirit? And then when you're ready, we'll just send out a little bit of love into the world. You can even do a little heart, couldn't you? And make sure you bring some back in for yourself as well. Self-love. So thanks everyone for being here today. I will pause the recording, but see you all next week.